EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And now a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
First run now for Kyron Williams. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And score that one for one of the league's best. Jalen Ramsey getting the tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Stafford now to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Stafford. Taken in here by McClure. And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And a solid run down inside the 30. Solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves it with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now, saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, So now third down coming up.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
No score after one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing to Stafford. They'll find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, I know the defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
Williams will try again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. It's going to set up a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And this time he is in. Kyron Williams, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
For the extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Steelers, nothing.
Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, you can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Second and 5.
To throw is Rodgers. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now run straight ahead with Water. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Fourth down.
as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. They'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Rodgers to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing now is Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime.
The kick
The
is
point
good.
after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Steelers, nothing.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead. And the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Rodgers now to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On the give. It's Warren. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started.
A loss of a yard.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
It's a gain of 2.
Well, it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Johnny Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
319.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. This one, and they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Now it's Rodgers.
At the 43-yard line.
Short one there to Fryermuth. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Fryermuth. A gain of 1.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
319.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down. And what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
A handoff for Warren. And he swallowed it near the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Short one there to Fryermuth. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Roman Warren. But he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What is this? Put me in the game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down.
He quit.
You heard about a man, the lift controller, the lever king, I told you. Hop in and let the journey begin. I really wanna be like him. I wanna be like him. Forget about that. Hands up in the sky, and we keep getting the magic down, that you cannot deny. We're growing light, shining bright. I cannot wait to get inside. Still out of sight. When we wanna go up and down, we're moving all around. We're going up and down, we're moving all around. I wanna show you my world, where the beat goes up and down. Let me open the door.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke all the knots. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Put me some in the counter that's dry. Riding in spaceship like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and Birkin, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes here go to surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help ride. Bet while I'm gripping her side. Big and mad bet, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her the skies. Upgrade at my wrist, put baguettes in the sky. She sing I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her highs. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke all the knots. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
Get it, money, get it,
I took the Billy cool back and I hopped in the car. I put the in front of the Billy in front of the driver. And man, sit there in the road, wow. I'm still double, ties, huh? I'm in the
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. And his punter, Ethan Evans, gonna send this one away. And here we go from LA. Devin Duvernay to return it. And that's gonna set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. On play action, Williams hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down Bears.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Flushed out of the pocket. He finds a Doomsday downfield. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that'll be first down Chicago. New set of downs from 37. Williams to throw on first. Buying some time right. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
He only lost a yard, but how many times do we see a team hurt just a yard or inches short on 4th down? Every little bit counts. He's got to just throw that one out of bounds. Don't run it out for the snap.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
3rd down, here's Williams. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Williams throwing on fourth. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on fourth, and it's going to go over on down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever been a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
He's got the hook up to Atwell. And that tackle stops him after a solid game.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before. Second, show off their mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. He's got room to roam. And this is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
They've got first down here from the 36. Stafford now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 46-yard line.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Rhythm. You hear me talking about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Watch him throw it. From the music. They like, what he on? This the Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a zone.
Bears bringing out an extra DB here. 3rd down.
40 gun. 10, set. 280.
So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at 3rd and very long.
Blue technique.
Third and long for him here. Finds Adams downfield. He's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. The next play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Stafford from the gun. Makes the catch. Touchdown, LA. The Rams get the game's first points here in the second. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock. That was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yeah, but opportunities with the ball are going to be as frequent as they've been to start this game. We're going to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are perfect 1 for 1.
Harrison Mevis on to try to point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
Duvernay on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd
Working from the gun. Williams.
At the 38-yard line.
Throws a bullet down the left sideline. That finds him deep down the sideline. Not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. To throw, Williams. On the move, headed right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. To the air yet again. Williams escapes the pocket. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Rolling left, buying some time. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I know that you and I love looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had. Not against this defense. Not on that one.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. Again, it's Williams. Getting out to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Yeah, okay, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run of him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That's completed right side. Big man showing up the yards. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kim, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Williams takes it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams throw their lead just before halftime. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. This offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting pieces together.
That one splits the uprights.
14.
And the Rams double their lead to 14. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. He rolls to his right. Brought in right side by Moore. He's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Check down into the hands of Swift. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Timeout Chicago. It uses its seconds. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
We've seen this right now. Pretty busy here early on in the passing game, not just with check downs. You can tell this is going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Escapes out to the left. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Williams off the play fake. Buys time, rolling right. He almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. Williams on the play action. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points. As that one falls wrong. Instead, just a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Blake Corum now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who've got to have short memories. You tell me these 2 defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, not too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
They fake the handoff, now Safford. Nakua nabs this one along the sideline. And he's going to go out there and pick him up 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. That's caught by Williams. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And hey, we see him under the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. Now here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in the first down. It sends up second and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On play action, here's Williams. Headed out right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Off the play fake, Williams. Bails out of the pocket quick. Tried to connect, but it lines up incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, they know where to go with it.
Buying some time left. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're on him right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. A pickup of 17. And the first down Bears. Well, that right here is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
That is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears start the second half with some needed points. It's a Romadunze touchdown. Williams and the Bears getting set to try for 2.
The Bears will line up
Right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got a man complete. And he reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design. Tremendous communication. Everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Going from the pistol, Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to Jarrett loose, incomplete.
Incomplete.
The first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. And that was what we could call a first mistake throwing the ball. We still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. Makes the grab and bounds offside. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Rams.
Just one quarter remaining in this one. It's Rams ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. Connects with Adams again. And he's short the first after a wild game.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
A handoff for Williams, running left. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. But they need more of those as they trail by a score. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Looking to throw. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 4th down. The Rams are set to punt.
For the Rams.
Then Evans, the one to kick it away. He's hit before he can get anything on that return.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Williams on 1st down. Rolling out to his left. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. A sign of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Complete right side, Burton has it. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to throw. That's Cox. This is Loveland. This one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Bears down by a touchdown. First down now, ball at the 33. Again, it's Williams. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect throw. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. He'll look to throw it. That's completed right side. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First down, Bears.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You like these results on first. That completion right there, right the window. All sections are now available to you on second down. That playbook. 36 yards.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Here he is to throw. Before left side finds Burden. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's first and 10. Setting up to pass. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
It's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Hey, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, you got to find a way to win.
To the air yet again, Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And this one doesn't go far. The Bears decide to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 6 yards to go here. It's third down. To throw. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back. That's going to bring up fourth down.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put time defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Down by 6, no choice but to go for this. Desperation time here on fourth. Chased out to his right. Making the call himself. That's a gain of 10 and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Working inside the red zone. Rose caught. And that play is brought to a halt. So they're going to say at the 5-yard line. They're going to call their final timeout here. Just 9 seconds to go.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got it. And he gets it. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now. They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
Rams, 4th
all teed up and ready to send this away.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Corum now on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So the Bears come away with the win. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game.
That was some bullshit. I'm out of here. That was BS. Damn. Niggas fucking with me.